Hello, welcome back to CarLink, and today we're going to be driving what looks to be my final car of this trip, but we're ending it with something very special, the Ferrari Sergio. Let's take a look around. Just so happens that I have the keys, and then we're going to hop in with another member of the team from CarLink and take you for an immersive drive in what this one of six super exclusive, super special car is like to drive. Okay, so here it is, the Ferrari Sergio. It's incredible to see one of these things, let alone take it for a drive, because there's only 6 of these cars in existence. 3 of them went to the USA, 1 of them went to Japan, and 2 of them came to Europe. This is obviously one of those cars. This was originally allocated to Switzerland. It's now here in the Netherlands with CarLink for sale. Fun fact, the very first Sergio to be commissioned and produced was delivered to the Dubai royal family. That's just to set a spot of context as to how exclusive and serious this car is. And today we're going to show you around the intricate details as to what makes this thing so special. First of all, it's all about this name here, Sergio. So that is Sergio Pininfarina. Pininfarina being the famous automotive design house, as the name would suggest right there, that has collaborated and worked with Ferrari on some of its most iconic cars. This car is interesting because it's kind of based on 2 cars. The chassis and platform is based on the 458 Spider, and the engine is from the 458 Speciale, so it's running just under 600 horsepower. Speaking of engine, we can actually show it to you, despite the fact that you can't see the engine like you can do on some Ferraris, particularly the mid-engine V8s. You can see it through, normally there's a glass canopy there. Here, just open this pretty small flap, and there it is. And you can tell immediately that this is, in fact, the engine from the Speciale. I mean, it is tucked right under there, but you can see the carbon covers which don't come on your standard 458 Italia. So to have a Speciale engine and drivetrain in here is really fancy, which basically makes it a 600 horsepower naturally aspirated V8. Yeah, what a compact, beautiful thing. And actually, this is a really interesting example. This gives you an appreciation just how mid-engine this car is. I mean, the engine's basically there, which is right underneath this crossbar. Look at it, it's right the way under there. Amazing. Anyway, that's a nice little feature that is quite unique to this car. But of course, in order to create the architecture for its open-top driving, like so, it is based on the chassis of the 458 Spider. So, let's just highlight some of the unique design traits. Obviously, every single panel on this car is totally unique to the Sergio. We have vast sculpture around the lights here, which also doubles as extraction and cooling for heat from the engine. That's something important to note, that even though the styling on this is totally unique, everything is also functional as well. Headlights. In order to develop a new headlight, the homologation process it has to go through in order to get them signed off and have them eligible and legal to hit the road is a massive and expensive process. So for the Sergio, a one of 6 car, to have its own headlights is actually a much bigger deal than you might think, and that is a massive part of what creates this unique look of the front of this car. If it took headlights from the 458, for example, even this styling around the front, while it looks entirely different, it's the lights which effectively become the eyes of the face of the car. So in order to give it a dramatic new look, Ferrari and Pininfarina had to develop and design entirely new lights, and that is a massive contribution to why this car looks so different. The other thing, of course, is that it's not even a convertible. It is purely open top. There's no roof which you can insert into it. Open top driving through and through. There's no option to close it. That is as it comes. And there's not even any glass which sits between the drivers and the bulkhead. It's just purely open. This massive void here. It'll be interesting to see what it's like from a wind noise point of view once we get inside it. But it's truly unique, and because there's no roof, it's allowed for this really interesting sweeping roll bar which goes across the width of the whole car. This is the kind of design language you can only achieve if you've got no folding roof mechanism, and that's ultimately what Pininfarina is all about, trying to achieve unique styling, unique design. Speaking of which, these vents are quite interesting. Once again, while they look like a design feature, it is also designed to extract heat from the engine bay. And just while we're on the outside, another entirely exclusive feature to the car is, of course, these wheels. So these are Sergio exclusive wheels wheels. They're finished in this glossy graphite paint, and they're sat on Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tyres. Now, on the inside, there is Bespoke Luggage, which just so happens to sit underneath the front bonnet there. I'm actually going to show you those once we get back from the drive, but here's a sneak peek as to the Bespoke Luggage which comes with this car right here. So you've got a good suite of bags in the front and a decent set of bags in the back, so you really could use this, oddly enough, as a Grand Tourer. You'd be amazed at how many bags there are in the front of this car. And now let's just open up the inside. We do have one component on the outside of this car familiar to a 458, which is the door handle. That is straight up a 458 right there. And on the inside, I guess of all of the familiarity in the design language of this car, it is of course the interior. To redesign the interior of a car is also as difficult as I was mentioning with the headlights. It has to go through all sorts of tests and sign-offs to make it road legal. And so the biggest difference here is simply the Sergio plaque on the dashboard, leather-clad hand pad that sits in the center of the dashboard. This particular car is a 2015 car. When it was launched in 2013, it was as a concept. Then they decided to honor Sergio Pininfarina, build 6 of these cars, and that's why we still have familiar instrument clusters from the 458 Italia here. So, that's the brief tour. Let's go for a drive, and then I'll show you the Bespoke Luggage that comes with the car once we get back to CarLink. All right. A familiar 458 sound, huh?
Great, isn't it?
Fabulous. So welcome to, well, the inside slash outside of the Ferrari Sergio. I actually can't believe those words are coming out of my mouth. This is, as I mentioned back there on the walk around, one of 6 cars made worldwide, and today I am accompanied by Everett.
Hi.
From CarLink.
Yeah.
Part of the CarLink crew. Thanks so much for letting me drive this car.
You're more than welcome.
I mean, even if this car was used, it would be a big deal.
Yeah.
This has done less than 100 or 200k or something like that.
Yeah.
Ultra fresh.
We don't drive it that much.
No, I can tell. So, one of 6 in the world.
Yeah.
3 went to the US.
Yes, 1 to Japan.
Okay.
And 2 in the EU.
And 2 in the EU.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, as far as rare cars go, and technically this is one of 2 cars because it's only 2 of them were EU specifications.
Yes. True. Yeah.
Right.
And we are one of them.
And you're one of them.
Yeah.
And we're driving it today.
Yes, we are.
So this is actually quite a fascinating experience for me, not just because of the car. This, I believe, is based on the 458 Spider in terms of the internals and the 458 Speciale in terms of the engine.
That's correct, yeah.
So I was also graced with the luck and fortune of being a 458 Speciale owner, and this is like a blend of both, but with the design exercise of Pininfarina.
Yes. It's the design that did from 2013, yeah. But you can see people outside are watching. What is it?
Like, what is this car? I mean, even if you knew your cars, you might not know what this is.
No, it's a really rare car, and especially to see it on the road.
Well, yeah, even more rare. Yeah. I'm not sure if I've seen one of these ever driving. They're always stationary, in a museum or as part of a show, a garage or something like that.
Yeah, this car is ours for now for 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
And does Jerome want to hold on to it and keep it, or would you sell it?
I think he would probably sell it, yeah.
You think so? Yeah. It's one of those that I think if you had a sizable collection of Ferraris, this has to be one of those diamonds that you kind of need. It has to be
in the garage.
Right.
Yes, you have to have it, yeah. It's like you said before, there are only 6. Imagine in the entire world, only 6 of these cars. So that's
absolutely crazy.
Yes.
I mean, the naturally aspirated tone as well. I mean, lately I've spent more time around 488s. Yeah. And while for a turbocharged car they sound pretty good, they don't sound like this.
No. This is a lot of people are. Well, they were complaining in the beginning when the 488 came that they prefer the sound of the 458.
Yeah, and actually, I think you kind of. It's not that you go the 488 sounds good. It's that you forget how good the 458 sounded.
Yeah.
It's not until you jump in something like this that you're reminded how special it is. In a minute, we'll try and find some open tarmacs to give you guys a sample of these sounds. And even in a Spider, there's often a piece of glass there between us and the engine bay. This is straight through, just completely open, so it's a really unique experience.
Yeah.
And you hear it a lot.
Yeah.
Like you can really hear the exhaust of the engine. Oh, that's a magic sound, isn't it? It actually takes me right back to the first time I experienced a 458. It just sounds so beautiful. And this twin clutch box. Listen to that downshift, man.
That puts a smile on your face, doesn't it?
Just awesome. I mean, today we're thankful that it's not raining, but can you imagine this on a beautiful summer's day? Just winding yourself through some beautiful Italian roads. Must be fantastic.
Yeah, I think so too.
You're like any limited edition Ferrari. I mean, there's limited edition, and then there's this.
And there's extra limited edition.
It's super exclusive.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even imagine what the value of this is right now. To be honest, I'd sooner not know. This is
I will tell you after.
Yeah, tell me after it's filmed and we've got back in one piece. This is kind of like someone asking you to carry their Jackson Pollock down the street for them. Just want to be extra careful with it. I'm actually wondering if they've done anything with the exhaust, because it sounds louder than even like a standard 458.
Yeah, but what you said before, there is no window, so
No glass.
there's nothing between you and the engine.
Am I right in thinking that it was designed to celebrate 100 years of the mark?
Of the company?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that in itself. I wonder why they only made 6 and not like 10, you know, one for every decade, isn't it?
No, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they just made 6.
It's funny, huh?
For us, it's better.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. Okay, this is quite cool. We have a little tunnel. You ready? You know, half of me, I don't care how fast a 488 is. It doesn't matter. When it sounds like this, it doesn't matter.
It's great, isn't it?
I would be the worst car collector, because I would put stupid miles on all of these cars.
Yeah, the thing is,
Yeah.
they are built for driving.
I know. So good. And we're back. Here we are in CarLink. I never thought I would see one of these cars, let alone drive it. While this car in itself is incredibly special, what it has reminded me of is just how amazing the 458 platform is. It's so complete. Dare I say, I forgot just how beautiful it sounded as well. 488s, they sound cool for a heavily turbocharged car, but when you start spending time around naturally aspirated stuff again, particularly the iconic flat plane crank V8 from Ferrari, I think this platform, the 458 Italia, the Spider, the Speciale, the Sergio, is going to go down in history as a significant sweet spot in Ferrari's history. Anyway, one thing I did want to show you when I got back, as I mentioned, was, and I do have the keys here somewhere, yes, here we are, the luggage, the bespoke luggage which comes with this car. So, hold the button down, let's check it out. All right, here we go. So, behold the tailor-made boot of the Ferrari Sergio. So, what is it? Oh, look at this. How gorgeous is that? This is a suit carrier, a bespoke suit bag. Look at the details on it. Oh, I even love, look at that, the underside of that handle is just trimmed with yellow. This is where the Italians excel, isn't it? Just gorgeous details. So yes, you get this suit bag. So you've got these 2 bags left and right. They are a curious shape. I'm not entirely sure what you'd want to put in those. Look at that, Sergio. What a beautiful thing. And to hold, this is something that's hard to convey on camera, but the detailing, the piping, the pinstriping, the finish of the leather, you can even smell it, it's gorgeous. Yeah, so this is your sort of more conventional travel bag. Well, underneath the leather, which is wrapped around the handle, so you just pull it up like that. And off you roll with your Sergio bag. And this is how new this car is. Like, this baggage hasn't even been touched. You've still got the wrapper there on the zip. Bag for your warning triangle. Yes, look at that. Ferrari branded warning triangle bag. And so there you have it, the 1 of 6 Ferrari Sergio. Once again, I never even thought I would see one of these cars, let alone drive one. So a massive thank you to CarLink for allowing me to share this drive with you. What an incredible opportunity. Please be sure to give those guys a follow, because they've always got amazing cars in. Just so happens that this one if you were to ask the owner nicely enough, might just be for sale. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, this is my last day here in the Netherlands. I'm now flying off to somewhere equally as interesting. So please be sure to like and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, if you do hit that subscribe button, just attached to that button is a little bell icon. If you click that, you'll actually get the alerts when new content goes live. Otherwise, YouTube decides to just not let you know about that. So that'd be awesome. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you next time. Ciao.